Yo, it's your boy P. Dolla, aka Kaiser Soze.
Your boy, right here in the building, King Supreme, or AKA King Cream for short.
King P.r.e.a.m. And it's unfortunate that the lovely Courtney Marie couldn't be with us here today, but you know, she'll be back shortly. And this is Clear the Air Podcast, you heard? Give a round of applause, little round of applause, feel me?
So this gonna be a different episode, because it's just me and Dolla on the mics tonight.
Yeah,
and everything.
Yeah, definitely a little different.
But we still gonna bring the same energy, same everything.
Of course, niggas know that shit don't really change up. It's just a little different dynamic. You know what I mean? This might be the bros only episode. You know what I mean? The what we gonna call it? Live from the Ave. This live from the Ave with it. This live from the Ave with it. You feel me? Yo, word. I mean,
yeah.
How was your day, bro?
I actually was off work today.
Oh, that's always a great thing.
Slept, rested. I can't complain. How about you?
My shit was like, I ain't gonna front. Like, I had to go to work today, and work was cool. They actually worked me today, which was like, And yeah, I want to say something, man. I want to give a public announcement, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, no disrespect to all the people dealing with like drug addiction and shit like that and all that. You feel me? But y'all gotta get a grip, bro. Y'all I feel like y'all been like running rampant lately. You know what I mean? Like y'all really been wilding today, and y'all gonna get yourselves hurt, whether it be from me, somebody else. You know what I mean? Or or the other way around. Y'all just gotta chill, bro. Cause let me tell you something that happened to me yesterday, son.
The Walkies came out,
bro. One of the wackiest shit. You ever heard of the mole people?
The movie?
I don't know, but yeah, it could have been from the movie. But I'm talking about like real life. Like it be people that like live like underground and shit. Like niggas that live in the tunnels. Yo, bro. I'm at what's this? Like 28th or 23rd? One of them lines on the 6th line, right? Me and my son, we on the platform chilling, chopping it up, whatever the case may be. I see something out the corner of my eye, something moving. I'm like, what the fuck is that? This dude come walking out the tunnel on the track. So I'm like, yo, who that? I'm like, yo, I shouted that shit out. I'm like, yo, who that? He looked. Now he see us. Now he start coming towards us, type shit. You feel me? He's stepping over the third rail, walking towards us. He climbs up on the platform, does like a fucking barrel roll on the ground, comes up, right, stands up. Now he's looking at us in our face. Nigga look crazy, wacky. You know what I mean?
See, the thing is, though, he know how to navigate that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, son. I'm pretty sure he right. I think he lived down there, or he familiar with that shit, right? So
you gotta remember, it's winter. That shit warm.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is.
Warmer than the platform. Platform be brick as fuck.
Nah, I definitely do. But here's the kicker, right? So he's looking at us, right? He got up, he looked at us. He dropped. At first, I thought it was like a headphone or earpod. Like it was like something black on the ground. This nigga goes down, picks it up, eats this shit. It was a blueberry. Eats it, smiles at us, and it just walks off, bro. Just like it was nothing. That shit was nutty to me, bro.
Yeah,
I never.
Man, but we see that we see it daily.
Who see it daily?
We see it daily. We
know
people personally that's wacky.
Nah.
We
definitely do.
I wish everybody, the best. If you got the opportunity to seek help, seek it. Get yourself better, because we seen somebody who actually got better. Yeah. That we personally know. Like, at one point they were
doing bad, huh?
Well, they was lost forever, but I give a lot of credit to him for getting his shit together, getting himself straightened up, and it's possible. Possible.
Now, that's a fact. Don't feel like it's never too late to do something.
Sometimes you give up hope.
Yeah,
you gotta keep fighting.
And that could be anything in life. It don't necessarily have to be with drugs. It could just be something that you passionate in, or like anything. It don't matter. I always say, yo, bro, never give up, especially if it's something that you really, really want to do. You know what I mean? Like, just strive for it. Try it again. It you know what I mean? Like, it don't really, it hurts to fail a little bit. In that moment, you might feel like hurt, a little bit like a regret, like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have did this shit. But
greatest life lessons I learned is to fail. I felt so many times, man, and shit. I laugh at it now, but you know, in the time, that shit hurt. But you know, you just gotta keep pushing through it.
Yeah.
And never give up, man. It sounds cliche to say it, but
but it's true though.
It's true, man.
I ain't gonna front. You gotta have that mindset in life. You have to. Like, if you have like a pessimistic attitude about things,
and that's me.
Yeah,
I'm pessimist number one.
Yeah,
everything is negative to me, but
nah.
Deep down, I do believe, you know, I don't give up. That's one thing. I don't give up.
Yeah.
I just, you know, I have a negative outlook. I still push through it.
Yeah.
But you know. And I ain't gonna front, that makes it sweeter for me when I actually accomplish something, right. And I always had a negative outlook on it. It's like, damn.
Like this, I could have just did this shit this whole time. You know what I mean? Maybe you wasn't going about it the right way because you probably was coming at it at an angle that wasn't the best. I guess the best angle. You know what I mean? Attack it at. You know what I'm saying? Like after failing so many times, you like, nah, I'm gonna really do it this time. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna take this L again. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, or it be like that. But yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie, son. I ain't even gonna front. Damn, I lost my train of thought.
Oh,
it be like that. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm getting old, son.
Now you know what I talk about every day.
I think I'm getting a little old, son, because my memory be fading. I don't know.
Listen, it's a natural thing, man. You know, as wine get older, wine get better.
That is true. That is true. But I ain't gonna lie though. It's definitely certain things that stick to me. Certain stories. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna lie. Certain experiences in my life, yo, boy, I would never forget, bro. I would never forget, son.
You know, the one thing I can say, you know, I lived a good life, especially like that's why I say nowadays I really don't care about the clothes, all that jewelry, extra shit. For me, it's the stories, it's the experiences that I get to, you know, be a part of. Yeah. Whether it's me going out to a spot with my mans, vacations. Oh, let me tell you about vacations, man.
Yeah. Tell us.
Vacations,
tell the people. You gotta tell us.
I'm gonna just throw something light out there because you know I gotta hold something back for we gonna have a vacation episode.
Yeah.
So that's I would save some of that, but I can tell you about shit. It's so many great memories. That's the crazy thing. Fuck it. I'm gonna bring up what was it? 2017, 2018, Vegas. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was probably I think that was the 5th time I've been to Vegas.
5th time. Oh
yeah,
my son.
I kind of.
Hold on.
That's like my annual thing that I like to do. Yeah. We were supposed to go last year.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, the whole Corona broke out and everything, so we canceled that. But yeah, that Vegas trip was memorable,
legendary.
It was up there. It was up there.
Yeah.
It could have. We had a couple of things that we could have made better about this trip, right. But it was good. But I'm gonna let you talk about the trip more because that was your first time going to Vegas.
Oh, I ain't gonna front. Vegas for me, I don't know. I ain't been nowhere since, like nowhere significant, like someplace new since then. But yo, when I tell you that was like the best trip I had in my entire life, like real talk, like something about Vegas is just, I feel like it's almost like anything goes, bro.
Yo, it started from the touchdown. As soon as we touched down in Vegas, like
boy.
we had like an hour or two in, and I'm gonna finish letting you explain.
Yo, nah, I ain't go front. My touchdown at Vegas was kind of wacky though. It was a little wacky because, it went like this: touchdown. I'm hype. I'm lit. I go to the telly, drop my shit off. Feel me? Now I ain't gonna lie. First place. I'm trying to get my, I'm trying to get my vices right. You know, I'm trying to get my bottle. I'm trying to hit the little dispensaries and shit, right? So I go to this shit. It was right across the street from my telly. I forgot the name of it, but I know it. I remember it was like It was a white building. She had green lights. It was just very appealing. I'm like, yeah, I gotta go inside that motherfucker. I gotta see what this shit cooking up for. I seen some joints walking up in there and all types. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in there. I go in there, right? I realized I'm like, damn, I don't got no bread on me like to cash out like how I really want to. So let me hit this ATM. I go to the ATM to take out some bread. My shit D'ing up bad. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. My shit was D'ing up. And then it was a shorty behind me too. So I'm like, damn, this shit look bad. You feel me? Like, damn, my first look like a bum. But I'm like, I know I got bread in my, I know I got big bucks in my shit. Like, so it's like, what the fuck going on? So I'm like, yo, shorty, go in front of me. Dude, try it. She go, her shit D'ing up too. So I'm like, nah, son, I'm thinking it's the shop. You feel me? So I'm like, yo, let's just go to Chase. I'm Dolly at this time. I'm like, yo, let me just go to Chase or whatever the case may be, since that's my banking branch. It will only make sense that it will automatically work if I go there. I'm thinking maybe it's the ATM, whatever.
Chase is a nice little troop from where we were staying at.
I didn't know that. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know that.
The crazy thing, I actually knew.
I didn't know that. I'm being fast like how I always be. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas know,
he let niggas know what's going
on.
I
get up and I just, we out. Like I do whatever. So I check on my phone. I type in the Chase. That shit said that shit was 5 minutes away. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just walk there.
You probably seen 5 minutes away in the whip.
Yo, boy, that's probably what happened. But I'm thinking 5 minutes away. So I'm like, all right, let me just keep walking down this block. I'm walking. And as I'm walking, shit is getting darker and darker and darker. It's like the episode of SpongeBob when them niggas went to
we got out there. We got out there like 6.
Y'all got there before me.
Yeah, we got.
I got out there when it was still light, but it was like it was going into like I ain't going front. I didn't leave the telly till like 8. Nah, so it was kind of like going into, you know what I mean. It was like evening going into night. So I'm walking, and then the whole scenery just changing as the further I get. I start seeing homeless niggas and
you going to the outskirts.
Yeah,
man.
It wasn't as lit no more. It was just like, hold on, this shit felt like I was in the hood. Like I was back in the hood. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
That shit look like P.r.e.a.m. and Myrtle.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely give me those vibes. Definitely give me them boondock vibes. So I check my phone again. I look. I'm like, wait. I'm like, nah, I've been walking for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
like,
I know, because I hit you. I'm like, yo, bro, you ain't get the bread yet?
Yeah.
Like, what's good? We try to make moves.
I check my phone. Nigga, I'm only like halfway there. I'm like, wait, what, son? And then at that point, I'm just like, yo, fuck it. I'm going to just be gangster and just thug it out there. I'm just going to keep walking just to get acclimated with the.
Didn't I meet you?
You met me on my way back. You met me on my way back.
That's when we hit that dispensary that's right over
there.
Yeah.
We got some good stuff, whatever the case may be. But I ain't gonna front the touchdown with Lil Wacky. I would, first timers, man, just stay on the strip, bro. Don't stray away from that shit unless you going to like some type of excursions, because ain't nothing out there. It really ain't. Ain't nothing out there but hobos and just the regular niggas and shit like that. And ain't nothing wrong. There's no disrespect to to the Vegas community, but y'all niggas know what's up. Like, it is what it is.
So what happened once you got your dispensary treats and everything? Like,
now I know what you really talking about. Yeah, so all right, so we gonna go back to the room, go back to my room, divvy it up, whatever the case may be. We walking in the telly, we see 2 joints, and they on us. Like, they like, yo, what up? So we like, yo, what up? We start talking to them, whatever the case may be. Now we fucking with them. Well, rather they fucking with us. They fucking with us. So we leave out with them. We chilling. We walking, drinking. I ain't gonna front. This nigga, he went brazy. He went brazy that night. I ain't gonna front. I told him, I don't know. I guess he was too hype or something to be there. This nigga popped like three of them things. I'm like, yo, boy.
I had like 2 of your shits too.
Yeah. I looked at this and I told him, like, yo, boy, that shit gonna fuck with you, bro. He like, nah, I'm good. I'm like, all right.
I got used to that shit after a while.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, all right, bet. So we chilling with them, whatever. We walking, talking. So now, we relaxing.
Now you got to get to the point when we walked for like 2 fucking hours on that strip.
Oh yeah, but that's what the drugs do, man. That's what the drugs gonna look at you doing.
I go front. You forget the reason why everything that happened that night happened that night.
What happened?
Yo, I'm gonna give everybody a good word of advice. I don't care how hype and lit you are in a situation. Do not drink any goddamn E&J.
Hell yeah!
And listen. I don't condone people who drink E&J. I have nothing against it. You feel me? But me, like people in my circle,
that shit dirt. Nigga.
We don't drink
that
E&J.
Shit dirt. Like let's keep it a buck. That shit
like,
dirt. Come on now.
E&J was when we was in high school and we only had money for E&J, and we didn't even do that.
Right.
Feel me? But yeah. So long story short, we walk in the strip. We walk for like 2 hours. We walk from one end of the strip to the other end of the strip.
Yeah,
that's like a 2-hour good troop. And it didn't seem like it just because we
were just floating. I ain't gonna front. We were just floating.
Like I said, I'm off like 6 edibles.
And we had some joints. You know what I mean? They wasn't on that, but they was just on our dick.
Let me tell you again. Word of advice. A joint pull out a bottle of E&J out her bag.
Leave it alone.
See, that's where I failed. You know, it was my first day. I was there for a couple of hours. I'm like, you know, fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about E&J. I'm high.
Don't say it wasn't really that. Let's really talk about it, nigga. It was like 100 degrees at nighttime. Niggas was hot,
and
nigga.
It was hot.
Niggas was parched. That's what it was. Like,
and I'm not gonna lie. Another bad thing, when you parched, and one niggas is extra parched because we off the edible. Like I said, I popped like 6. He had probably like 3.
Yeah,
I'm off the edibles. It's hot. You know, you getting a cotton mouth.
Facts.
And the only liquid we had walking that goddamn strip was that fucking E&J.
That shitty
that
ass
shorty pulled out her purse. I go front. I looked at the nigga when she pulled it out.
Nah, I looked at her too. I looked at her. Then I looked at you. I was like,
she like, yo, y'all want some?
I looked at this nigga.
And I looked at him. I said,
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I
did a shoulder shrug and it was like, fuck it.
That was the only thing there at the time. Niggas was thirsty. You feel me? I ain't gonna find it. I needed something to, you know what I mean? Some type of moisturizer.
That walk killed me. I'm not gonna hold you, but what happened after the walk?
What happened after the walk? We sat down, right? We sat down. We sat down, right? We separated a little bit. I mean, I'm talking to my joint. He's talking to his joint, right? I don't know what they was doing over there. I don't know. It was some hanky panky going on. I don't know exactly what was happening. But all I know is this nigga just got up suddenly, just got the fuck up. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? I'm like, yo, what happened? This nigga come. Now he start moving. He walking funny. So I'm like, nah, let me go see what's up. You feel me? Like something had to happen. So I'm like, yo, boy, like, what's up? What happened? This nigga tight. I see oil in his face. He tight. I'm like, yo, boy, what happened? What happened? Like, and then what you told me, bro?
All right, so. You know, like, we on the grass, she doing what she do. She getting a little nasty and shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm with the shits.
Yeah.
You know, and then it was one moment, like, I'm looking at her. And then this is another thing for word of advice, especially to the beautiful women out there. Y'all gotta stop with the wigs. You gotta stop.
Nah, you can't say that, bro. You can't say that. That's the wigs nowadays is standard. I was just thinking about this shit in my head.
But you gotta stop with bad wigs.
Oh, bad. Okay,
if you're gonna wear wigs,
say that.
Make it the whole point of a wig is to pass off as your hair, not to just put on to hide your real hair.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, just wear a scarf or
right,
body.
Right.
Some females put it on just to hide their real hair.
Facts.
And don't try to like you gotta make it look cute.
Nah, yeah, ladies, don't have them badass wigs. You feel me?
I'm looking at this bitch. Excuse my language. I'm looking at this young lady. This young lady.
Excuse me.
Like I said, the wig was bad. Like
right.
Moving to the side. And tell you again, I'm off 6 edibles. And that horrible ass, nasty ass E&J.
So you had the shallow how eyes.
So the shit just started.
So you had the
I go front like that was a bad combination, man.
So you had the shallow how eyes when you first saw her.
Yeah, everything was good because shit was just kicking in, but you know when edibles hit your system after a while. Shit, after the 2 hour walk,
it started taking its toll.
That shit was taking its toll, and then we finished that bottle of E&J. Like you had stopped.
Yeah, I knew about it. I already knew about it.
My high ass still drinking this fucking bum ass
I was not
E&J.
fucking with that shit. Honestly, I was really trying to spin off on these bitches for real, but But Shorty was
That's
with
what
the
I'm saying.
shit.
Shorty
though.
was
Shorty
like
was
like I
with the
said.
shit, yeah.
She was
Talk about it. What she wanted to do, nigga?
Man.
She wanted to suck you off on the grass, right? Talk about it, nigga.
Yeah.
Talk about it, nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga. I ain't
Yeah.
hard, nigga.
Yeah.
That's why you was fucking with her.
Yeah. But then, like I said, E&J, edibles,
Right.
bad wig.
So
And then she had like that,
that strong face.
That was
the strong features.
Strong features.
Yeah.
And then she had like the Megan Thee Stallion deep, like that whole that how can I say it? She had like that country
that country grammar.
That country grammar voice. And I ain't gonna lie, I started tripping. I went to Dolla. I say, yo, boy, is Shorty just ugly or is this a nigga, my nigga?
Yo, word about brother. When he said that shit to me, I ain't even going front.
He started second guessing shit.
Yeah, cause real talk. When he said that shit to me, I looked at her and I'm like, yo, maybe this nigga might be right. I was like, yo, maybe he might be right. I ain't going front. When I first looked at her, but then I'm like, nah, that's a girl. Like, I ain't going front. Cause I would know. I think I would know. I think most people would know if that, you know what I mean? If that was a dude. Like, she didn't really, I'll say this, right? She had the bad wig. You know what I'm saying? She had, like he said, like, it's her cadence and how she talked and shit like that.
She was like one of them ratchet country.
Yeah. You feel me? Like fairly aggressive. And she would. And honestly, the real cherry on top was that she was just mad with the shits. Like she was just too. She was too with it. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get me wrong. In my lifetime, I've had females who be with the shits
right
without nothing much me doing anything. So that wasn't. It was just like when I just touched down, like. What's going on here? Like,
so he had me thinking about that. I'm like, nah, bro, that's not a nigga, bro. That's a girl.
And the crazy thing about
he was not jacking it.
Crazy thing about it, she told me her whole life story and all that, like everything. Like she's telling me about her kids, her 2 kids, her baby father problems, her father problems. But at that moment, none of that factored in. None of that mattered. Like. Like I got my feels on her too, so yeah. At that point, I knew she was a female, but the whole E&J. Once again, we going back to E&J and edibles are not a good mixture because no matter what I felt, what she was telling me at that point,
you was not jacking.
I was not jacking.
I was trying to calm this nigga down. He was not with it, bro. I ain't gonna front. He was gonna punch Shorty out, bro. I ain't gonna fight. It was coming to that point. I felt it was coming to that point because we woke with them a while longer, and then I seen it on his face. Like I'm like, yo, this nigga tight. Like he like, yo, I don't know what the fuck he said, but that's when I'm like, yo, yeah, we got to dip, bro.
I'm about to beat her up.
Yeah. I think you said some wild shit, bro. You said, yo, I'm about to beat this bitch up. And I'm like, nah, bro, we out. We dip. Like, fuck all that shit. Cause he was adamant on that being a man. And she really wasn't though. You know what I mean?
It's real crazy because like she gave me no I like what I'm saying, like I felt her.
Yeah. That's what I'm like.
She told me her whole she showed me a picture of her kids, man. And I'm like,
you were just
at that moment, none of that mattered.
Nigga was too high. Nigga was too drunk. Bro.
I just wanted to choke her. This guy had to move me away and calm me down. He like, yo, bro, you not gonna catch a case out here.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, we just got it here first night. Like, hell no, we not going out like that, bro. Not the first night. I ain't going front. Not the first night. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe later on. Not nigga, we ain't even do nothing yet.
It's crazy because they was wondering, like the two girls was wondering like what's wrong, like why he acting like that.
Yeah, they had no. I'm just like, yo.
I think they asked you.
Yeah, I was just like, yo, don't even worry about it. Like I forgot what I told him. I was just like, yo, we just, you know what I mean. I think I just told him, yo, he too drunk or some shit like that. But whatever I told him, I don't know.
Nobody told her to buy a fucking bottle of E&J.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, and she had to buy that on the touchdown because it's like
she did.
We could be right across the street from the liquor store too.
That shit with the parking lot.
Yeah. Yo, people, don't be cheap with y'all liquor, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
See,
you gotta treat yourself, man. Not cheat yourself. You heard?
if we would have had the liquor, we would have drunk none of that E&J.
All
that would have been avoided.
So we would have never even met them, honestly, son. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I ain't gonna front.
I wasn't with nothing for like 2 days.
I ain't gonna front. That shit fake. That shit fake. It almost ruined his trip. Let's just say that because he was feeling this type of way for a while, and I'm just like, yo, boy.
And the funny thing is, they on his floor. Them two girls is on his floor.
They on my floor. They was like a couple doors down from me. You feel me? So every time I saw them, I'm like, damn. I ain't really saying nothing. I just said what up, and
I go for it. She hit me too. She like, yo, what's up? Like, what's wrong with you? I think the day after. I wasn't as tight.
Yeah, but
I was just
like,
still blown.
Yeah.
I don't even think I responded. I didn't respond to like 2 days later after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, yeah. That's when I came to my senses fully. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, yo, I was wilding.
I got a story kind of like that. Like, but it's a little different. It's like it's the story of when I fake got bagged by some gay nigga, bro. Nah, real talk.
Let me hear this, my guy.
Nah, real talk. So one day I'm at work, right? So I'm chilling. I go to the bank, right? I'm in the bank, take a couple dollars out. I see some nigga looking at me, right?
Wait, question. You wasn't off edibles or E&J?
I'm
sober,
look, bro.
That's good.
I'm sober, bro.
That's good.
You know what I mean? So I'm chilling. And yeah, so I see this nigga looking at me, whatever the case may be, right? And I'm like, yo, like, what the fuck you looking at? I ain't say it like that, but I'm looking at him within, like, that's what's on my mind. I'm giving him that look, like, nigga, I see you looking at me, like, what you want? He like, yo, I know you from somewhere. So I'm like, maybe, I don't know, like, maybe you do, like, he like, yeah, you helped me. He like, yeah, you helped me with something. And recently I was helping people, like I was talking to random people and helping them with where they needed to go.
Like
whatever.
Directions.
Direction and shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, maybe I did help this dude. I don't know. So I'm like, yeah. And then at the same time, like I was just like, yeah, just to do it. I'm like, yeah, that was me. Like, what up? Like,
so you got to take the credit.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm taking credit for whatever. So I'm like, yeah, what up? Da-da-da. He like, yeah, yeah, so what you doing around here? Da-da-da. I'm like, yo, I'm chilling, whatever. I mean, I'm on my break, whatever, yada, yada, yada. He's like, he asked me if I typically work around here, whatever. I was like, time to time, not really. And we was on, where was that? So I'll give y'all, like, a geographical location. We was on 14th and 8th. Like, I don't know what neighborhood. It was that, like, Chelsea?
That's like, 14th and 8th? That's like, that's like, past Union Square.
Yeah.
Like Union Square is further down.
It's like,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's more down. But yeah. So we over there, whatever the case may be. So he asked me about myself. I tell him whatever a little bit, and then I asked him like, yo, what you do? He tells me that he's like a restaurant. Damn, what the fuck he said exactly? It was something along the lines like he goes around and test like restaurant food and shit like that and give them a grade, like almost like a critic.
Yeah,
like some critic, like a food, but it wasn't that. He didn't say that. It was some other shit. Like he said that he like I guess manages these restaurants or some shit, whatever the case may be, and he was just doing his runs or whatever the case may be. I was like, oh, okay, that sounds kind of cool. Like you get paid just to eat and drink for free all the time. Like,
see, I ain't gonna front. That's the thing about your job though. You interact with everybody.
Yeah,
like you get to talk to tourists. Every nationality,
that's a fact.
Culture,
I meet a lot of different people. You feel me? Some good, some bad. So, but yeah. So he's telling me about this shit, yada yada. I was like, yeah, that's cool, yada, whatever the case may be. Like that's what's up. So he asked me he like, oh, you got like you free? You got some time? I'm like, yeah, I'm cool, I'm chilling. He asked me if I want to get a drink, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm not thinking that.
See, at that your first thing that come to your mind, like, this nigga ain't trying to bag me.
Yeah, like
you
this
just,
is
I helped him, so he's probably just being a nice person.
Right, because that's how he came with, like, a nice guy, regular dude. You feel me? Like it was a black dude, dreads. Like,
you thought he gives you a regular nigga vibe.
Right, gave me a regular dude vibe. So I'm not even like, that's not even the first thing that even come to my mind. Like I'm not the one that always be thinking. You know,
because I go for it. Some people are so close minded that they just, you know.
Yeah. So I'm not even thinking like that. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Like, fuck it. It's on his dime. Fuck it. Over there. So we go to, like, one of the, I guess he said, so one of his like.
You on your break or some shit, right?
Yeah. So one of his restaurants, or it was like a bar / restaurant, whatever it may be, but they had a bar. So we go to the bar, chill. Nigga asked me what I wanted. No, I forgot what he got. I guess he knew. Like I said, it's one of his restaurants, so he knew the bartender. So the bartender made him something. Like, he was like, yo, give me my usual or some shit like that. So the nigga asked me what I wanted. So I was like, yo, let me get what he got. So, and this was like kind of like the first red flag. This is like the first red flag I kind of picked up on. I was like, yo, let me get what he got. He was just like, oh, you not ready for that? So I'm like, what you mean I'm not ready for that? Like, nigga, I'm a grown ass man. Like, fuck are you talking about? Like, nigga.
Those are one of those other side of the border jokes.
Yeah.
That we don't get.
Right.
But they know what they mean.
Yeah. I know he meant that shit in a flirtatious way. You feel me? Because, like I told y'all before, I'm a flirt. So I know certain. But
you just thinking, yo. You're not thinking he's trying to flirt.
Yeah, I'm not.
You like, yo, he like a regular nigga.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, but it's just like, all right.
But it's like weird.
It's a little weird. You feel me? Like, I just picked up on it. I'm just like, all right, whatever. So I order my hand rock. You know how I do. My Henny, my favorite. So, we drink, we talking. So now that nigga really getting in depth. He asking me about like, what do I like to do on my spare time and shit like that, whatever the case may be. So I told him, some of my interests, whatever the case may be. And he was just like, he telling me like, yo, yeah, he like to go to museums and all types. He was telling me of all this like mad shit that he get in for free. Like, he was like, yo, yeah, I be going to like these like the MoMA exhibitions and shit like that, like the red tape whatever. He was like, yo, they let him in for free and all. Like, he was telling me mad shit, like exclusive shit. He you know what I mean? He a part of and whatever. So I was just like, oh yeah, like
that's dope.
Yeah, that's what's up. You feel me? So honestly, from that point on, like, I was more inclined to actually like fucking with him to some degree. Not on that type of shit, but like, yeah.
Yo, I go front like you like one like just like when you go to a club or whatever, you chop it up with other people. Like, it could be something, and you be like, oh, he cool.
Right.
And then, like, niggas like might have access to something. Or
exactly.
You be like, oh, yo, yeah. He be like, yo, bro, I do this, I do that.
Exactly.
And then you get plugged in.
Right. I'm on my networking shit. You feel me? At that point, because I'm like, oh, he could, you know what I mean? He could do something for me, and I could help other people out in the same breath. You know what I'm saying? Like, rub elbows with certain people. Like, that should have helped me out. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm a fucking, like, he cool. He got access to shit. So he asking me this shit, So now we get to the point where this is where it start getting a little wacky, right? Because he's like, oh yeah, maybe we could go to one of these places together, whatever. I'm like, all right, that's cool. This and the third, like,
that's when it starts to get quiet in the room.
Yeah. I'm just like, all right, hold on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we not there yet. But it's just like I see the direction that it's going. So I'm like, all right. Like, yeah, whatever. I ain't trying to wear him out, but I'm already kind of like on guard now. Cause I'm like, all right. So now he started telling me about the places he traveled. He asked me if I travel. I told him some of the places I've been, and he started telling me all these places he been, all these exotic locations, yada yada yada. Then this was the big one. This is when he was just like, yeah, maybe we could take a little weekend trip together to one of these places. So I'm like, what you talking about, bro? Like, I don't even know you. You actually do some little weekend getaway type shit with you. Like, I'm like, hold on now. I'm like,
nigga said a me and you trip.
Yeah. It was one of those. I'm like, I was just like, I don't know, bro. Like, I was just like, I'm gonna give it a buck. I was just like, I don't know. Like, it sound cool, but I don't know. Like, I told him, I was just like, I don't be having time like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to take.
See, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you can't be like
an asshole about it. You feel me?
Yeah, like I go front. So like, me being going places and seeing people, like I work in a place where I work where it's fashion and there's a bunch of people like that.
Yeah.
But and you always like I've got to like when I first started, shit was just weird and I was like, fuck is going on? Motherfuckers is different in here.
Right.
But as I gotten, I've been there for 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah. So
it's like I've gotten more, I say more accepting to it where I'm not, I don't.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You feel me? Like,
yeah,
it's more like, all right, bro, that's cool for you.
Yeah, it's like as long as you don't try to force it on me. You feel me? Like
you can do you, be how you are. As long as you're not being how you are on me, I have no problem with what you do.
Right.
Like we keep a certain respect level between us. Like, I don't disrespect you, and you
let's
don't.
Keep it a buck.
Me.
Just respect my heterosexuality, and I respect your homosexuality. It's not something that like bothers me deep down inside. Oh shit, excuse me. That's none of that type of shit.
That's what you do. That's what everybody does. Shit like I know niggas who take drugs.
Right.
I say it's wrong, but that's what you do.
Right.
As long as it's not causing problems, fuck it.
Yeah.
You do you.
So
as long as you don't say, yo, sniff this coke, man.
Yeah, try to force it on me. Yeah,
don't force nothing on
or
me.
Try to peer pressure me into doing something. Like how I said before about that peer pressure shit. You feel me? Like that's not cool. But so basically back to the story. So that's when I was just like, I kind of see the direction that he going, but I don't really want to fuck up the relationship that I'm looking to build with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to keep this nigga around. So like I said, it'll open up some doors for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like whatever the case may be. So I'm like, I told him politely, I'm just like, yo, I don't really got time like that to be doing shit like that. You feel me? Like, but I keep the idea in mind. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. So at that point, I ain't going front. My drink was getting kind of low. I'm like, yo, let me finish this shit and get the fuck out of here. Cause
my son said, yo, 5 more shots for me and him.
Yeah.
Had you a little twisted.
Nah,
trying to get you while you vulnerable, nigga.
Nigga, I don't know. That shit might end bad. You feel me? It might walk out that bitch bloody. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, so I'm just like, I finished my drink. I'm like, I already see what he wants, what type of time he on. So I finished my drink. I told him, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm about to get up out of here. So he like, yo, can I have your number? Like, so I could just hit you up or whatever the case may be. So me, I kind of knew what he wanted it for.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm still trying to play the network shit. So I'm fake. I ain't gonna front. I'm fake going along with it. You feel me? Like to some degree, I'm not with that shit. But I'm fake going along with it because, like, sometimes you just got to play.
Like people, a lot of niggas get it twisted. Like nowadays, especially how everything is, whether it's every industry that's mainstream, music, acting, clothing, fashion, or everything. Like,
you want to involve yourself with that.
You have to know how to, integrate and talk to certain people that's not like us,
right?
And that you see that, but you see the most hardcore gangster rappers, and then they have people, music execs or whatever, who's the complete total opposite.
Yeah,
and they can't be like, oh. They have to act a certain way. They know how to act.
Nah, that's
I'm talking about your most hardcore. Even the ones who spit out and they rap about homophobic shit and all that, but yet they having nice conversations and talking to the same people who they raps that they portray in the general public. They. You know what
I know what you're trying to. I understand completely what you're trying to say, and I'm pretty sure the audience know what you're trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you got to know how to play both sides.
You
and then when I say play both sides, I'm not necessarily saying like take action and do.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
You just have
do anything flagrant, but
sometimes like even in anything like sometimes you might have to work like for example you might have to work with your enemy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to suck up your pride and say, yo. For me to get where I gotta get, not meaning you gotta do what your enemy does, but you just have to know how to coincide. Like you have
coexist
to coexist
to some degree. You know what I'm saying?
This is a world of coexistence because none of us everybody's different. Everybody has their own views. Everybody has their own feelings.
Word.
But for everything, for it to work out for both sides, you have to.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta work together. Sometimes you gotta, you know what I'm saying, use each other as a step ladder type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how it be. But basically, so make a long story short, he asked me. I gave it to him. You know, on some regular shit, whatever the case may be. I gave it to him because, like I said, I'm just trying to get a certain rapport with dude. I want to establish to him like, yo, bro, I'm not on that time, and I told him, I was just like, yo, because I guess he was getting comfortable with me enough to he kind of like indirectly said it, like, you know what I mean, like what was his intentions, and I was just like, yo, bro, like I'm not really with that shit,
and he respected that.
Yeah, he respected it.
That's I can respect people who know not to cross a certain boundary, because once you tell them this is what it is, and the fucked up part is there's a lot of people out there that know the situation and know who you are, and they still would step the boundaries.
Yeah. They try to force the issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't get me wrong, I've been there when it comes to certain, like, females when I was younger. I had to learn and wise up like that. That's not the ways, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not cool. You don't want to pressure nobody or like try to, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just,
honestly, I've realized this too, like with me having certain relationships with females, like, you know, like, if they're not with it, then it's all right.
Yeah,
it's over. And I realized too, a lot of guys don't know when it's not over. They don't see and get the point of this is not happening.
Yeah,
and they try to force the issue. That's why we hear about cases. We hear about niggas getting knocked.
Y'all gotta people, male and female. Y'all gotta know enough is enough. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
honestly, for me, it don't take a lot for me just to be like, like it takes a little bit. Like I don't. That's one thing. Like if I don't get the indication that it's a green and it's a go for anything, I don't try to force the issues with that. And
the only way I'll try to force the issue is if I gotta really really like you. I gotta really really like you.
Yeah, but it's a certain point that I'm just gonna stop, because it's like
I'm not getting nowhere.
One, I'm not getting nowhere, and two, you're not gonna have me looking like a fool out here.
I mean, but some people might say consistency is key, bro. Persistence, bro. Cause I ain't gonna front. A lot of the time, son, my persistence paid out for me. I'm not gonna front.
But I realize stupidity is consistent too.
Yeah.
People just they don't see the actual.
Well, it depends. It all depends, because, like, all right, you could have one point where you just chasing the shorty and she just W, right? You're not really like investing in it. You just, like, hitting up. Some niggas just be choking in the inbox all the time.
Yeah, that's different.
And then it'd be sometimes where a shorty might turn dude into a simp and just have him doing mad shit for her, and she just really just be dubbing him. You know what I'm saying? Keep him on a leash to some degree.
See, like, when it comes to those kind of shits, like, when I realized, one, like, it start out texting, right?
Yeah.
I'm not texting for 2 straight months. Just straight texting. Like, I'm going to text you for a week or 2 or whatever. Then I'm going to be like, yo, you trying to link up. And when I mean link up, I don't mean, come to the crib. That's not me. Like, I'm not going to tell you come to the crib. If you want to come to the crib, you come to the crib. I'm not going to say don't come to the crib.
Right.
But when I mean link up, I'm like, yo, let's go out. Let's go get something to eat. Like, if I'm telling you, let's get something to eat, let's go out, let's chill. Cause like I was telling you earlier, drinks and links is my forte.
Yeah.
And usually drinks and links is for, like, drinks and links for me is girls that I'm just sleeping with. Okay. Or girls that are like friends.
Yeah. And
we not together, so we not gonna do like extra shit. We just
like, datey vibes.
Yeah, we just gonna chill and drink.
Yeah, hang out,
yeah. So if I hit you in 2 weeks and you like, and you beat around the bush, and some girls don't come out and like, nah, they just, I'm gonna see you, but I might be busy. Like, if you busy 3 weeks in, then it's over.
Yeah.
I don't want to continue going this route. Like,
nah, that's a fact, because I always felt like you gonna make time for something that you really want to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna, it's no way you're that busy that you can't find time at least once a month to, you know what I mean, like try to link or do anything, any type of like activity, hang out. It's like you could text me all day, yada, and especially if you texting me all day, bro. Like if you got time to talk to me and text me all day, but you don't want to like link up, that's a problem because it's like, bro.
And I'd rather you link up with me and then say, yeah, you a dub because I just don't. We didn't vibe. I'd rather that than you just not. I'd rather you just tell me I'm a dub. Don't be like, oh, I'm busy. Oh no, I had to babysit my little sister.
Just excuses, right?
Excuses.
Yeah, mad excuses.
Like,
I ain't gonna.
I don't like that. Time for
that should have turned
bro.
off too because I always tell girls, bro, like me on the internet or me texting and me in person it's a way different experience. Like the in person experience is like way exponentially better.
That's for me too.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not texting or on the phone type.
Yeah,
like,
me neither.
Like you could ask any girl that had any kind of relationships with me or anything.
Right.
Like after like maybe like the first day, you know, that first night you
just try to get to know them.
You playing them seeds.
Yeah. That's a fact.
You get all the goodness in it.
Yeah.
But a month, 3 weeks in, 4 weeks, a month. If we ain't linked and we still texting, you're not getting no like the energy that I have is I'm seeing you in person and we gonna have a good vibe. We gonna have a good time.
Facts. I don't really base like myself via this phone. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it be texting and shit like that. Because for one, I don't really be on my phone like that to begin with. I'm gonna let that be known right now. Like I really don't be on my phone. Only time I'm on my phone is if I got business. Or if I'm like, most of the time I'm playing like a game or some shit on my phone. For real.
And I ain't gonna front. Females think I be lying when I say, yo, I don't be on my phone. If I miss a call, like how many times you might hit me?
Yeah.
And
where's my mother? Yo, he the worst.
It don't be because yo, I look at my phone.
And this is my family. This nigga won't pick up for me.
It's because I ain't gonna front. I'm not the type of person that be on their phone 24/7. That's never me. Like I just don't like that.
I like doing in person. I like hanging out in person. You feel me? I like doing in person things. I don't really like talking on the phone, having textuationships and shit like that.
I done walked away from females on a date. Real walked away. Like we been out.
Mm-hmm.
We eating or we and she's been on her phone consistently. And I say, yo, let me get the check. And I've dipped out. And I'm being honest because it's like I understand if it's important, but I know that message is not important, and you just on your phone. Like, and if it was important, you would say, "Yo, I have a family emergency.
But in the same, oh, that's funny. That shit made me think about something. You said that shit. But one could say that. One could say like, yo, maybe you just not interesting to her, or like at that time, maybe you just not it. Would you ever think about that?
Not at that time, then I'm just not it. Period.
I feel you.
Yeah, and okay, I'm okay with that, and that's why check. I'm out.
And you know what's funny now?
It's not. Am I wrong?
Nah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And you just made me think about some shit when you said about the family shit, because it was one time, right? I took a shorty. Me and her hung out. We went out to go out to eat, right? Whatever the case may be. And mind you, we literally. Man, bro, you ain't tell me I had boogers in my nose and shit. Fuck, why you ain't tell me that shit? Nah, I'm fuck with you.
That's wild. Much Migos.
Nah, anyway, so yeah, we was going out on a date, right? And yo, you know what the crazy thing about it? We did this shit in reverse, right? I know her for a couple years, you know what I mean? For several years, whatever the case may be. Ben was supposed to link up and do whatever we do. So finally we link up, we fornicate, whatever the case may be, right? So now I'm like, yo, let's just chill, let's just go on a date, let's just see how see where this shit go. So I take it to the seafood spot, Claude Daddy's. You know what I'm saying, son?
I think I remember this.
Yeah.
Right,
I'll tell you about this. Yeah. So we get there, right? Whatever. Sit down, order the food, whatever the case may be. So now, a bitch, she on her phone, whatever the case may be, yada, yada, yada. I'm talking to her. I'm thinking of the vibes to me feel cool. Like, we cool and we having a good conversation, whatever the case may be. So now, she get a phone call, right? After all this texting and all that shit, she get a phone call.
Yo, I mean, I hate that shit, bro. That's like literally my no go.
Nah, yeah. Honestly, if you on a date, I feel like unless this shit is an emergency and oh man, and as I'm telling the story, I'm saying this now, and it's gonna like collide with the story I'm telling, but I know what's up. But unless it's like an emergency or some shit like that, like you just dub the shit or just tell her like, yo, I'm gonna call you back. I'm on a date or whatever.
Oh yeah,
like,
I'm gonna call you back. I'm busy.
Yeah. Simple,
unless it's important. Unless it's really important.
Yeah.
If it's important, then I understand. And I'm
right. So all right. So let me get back to the story. So she pick up the phone. Now she talking for a little minute, at least like 5 minutes, whatever it may be. But my fool, I'm eating. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm like whatever. So now she on the phone. She telling me like, oh, like yeah, her sister called her, talking about her little brother it like ran away or some shit like that. Yada yada yada. So, you know where he at, whatever the case may be. And they live like all the way like upstate or like like Mount Vernon or some shit up there, whatever. So I'm like damn. So I'm actually concerned. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've lied extreme times. I've lied extreme shit like that. And my nephew, he got beat up. I gotta go check him. I can't link with you today. But finish your story, bro.
Yeah, so she's telling me like, yo, yeah. She's telling me, he ran away, da-da-da-da. They all up there. She telling me like the whole situation with the family. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get into all the details, but basically like, yo, she had to find they had to find him or else. You know what I'm saying? Like some other shit was gonna happen. So I'm like, all right, like whatever the case may be, like cool. So now we still at the table eating. We like I ain't gonna front, the whole mood is like kind of iffy now. You know what I mean? Cause like what the fuck? Like that's on. I'm genuinely concerned. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm like, yo, nigga missing. Like what the fuck? So now she get another phone call. A couple minutes later, this time she get up and leave. Like she goes walk to the bathroom or wherever she goes walk. She's going. I'm sitting there. I'm just like, I ain't going front. I'm sitting at that table. I'm kind of sick. I'm like, damn, like this shit fucking up my whole day. Cause I'm I'm like on some shit like, yo, this shit fucking up my day at the moment. But at the same time,
you understand.
Like, yeah, I understand. And it's like, and that shit fucking up my mood too. Cause I'm like, yo, damn, this little nigga could be hurt, whatever. You know what I'm saying? She telling me like, yo, he be running with the wrong crowd and all that, yada, yada, yada. So I'm like, yo, I'm thinking, something might have happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just putting a damp on the mood. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck. So she come back. She like, oh, yeah, I gotta go up. I gotta go meet my sister. I gotta go up there and see what's up or whatever the case may be.
You gotta go upstate?
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
She gonna leave right then and now to go upstate?
Yes, nigga. So yeah, so I'm like, all right, I'm understanding. I'm not really catching like I honestly I feel some type of way to some degree, but
you just you're more.
I'm more concerned. I'm more concerned. I'm not really in it for the self. I'm like, yo, I hope that everything be all right type shit. So we leave. She get in a cab. She goes right. She goes goes where she needs to go. Right. I go home chilling, whatever the case may be. Now I go on. I remember I had on Snap. In the gram. I go on Snap. I'm looking at this bitch stories. Right? She in some spot, chilling. So I'm like, and how she said it, she was like, yo, yeah, he be hanging with he's younger, so he be hanging with older niggas or whatever the case. And she told me that he be going to like spots with the older niggas, like they be getting him in, yada yada yada, whatever the case may be. So I'm thinking she's going like to one of these spots or whatever, like you know what I mean, to check and see. But I'm like, why would she be? And in the same breath, thinking like, why would she be recording this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like putting it on, cause you leave typically when niggas be recording themselves in the spot and social media, like
we turned up.
Yeah, I already know the vibes. You feel me? So I'm like, all right. Then next thing you know, I'm seeing them niggas got hookah and all types of shit. And I'm like, nah, like that's when they hit me. I'm like, oh nah, this bitch really just played me, bro. Yeah, she did some finessing shit, son. And I ain't gonna front, that shit kind of hurt me, bro.
Dude,
it hurt a little bit because I actually fuck with Shorty. I like Shorty. You know what I'm saying? Well, like I was
look on the good side. That's one less $1 you had to spend out
Nah,
your pocket.
yeah. But it's like, damn, like you. My thing is, son, you ain't have to lie. You could have kept it a buck with me.
See, but the thing is, people lie.
I know
I be
people
lying
lie.
sometimes to get joints on my crib.
I
go to work in the morning.
I used to do that, but now I be like, yo.
No, but that's like, it depends on the joint.
Yeah.
Like, if I fuck with you, OD, I will lie to you. I gotta go to work.
Nigga said,
if I don't fuck with you, that's where you just gotta get out.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Kick the bitch out.
But if I fuck with you, yo, I gotta go to work.
I know what you mean, because you don't want to hurt no feelings. You don't want to feel no type of way type shit. That's understandable. But it's like, I don't know, like that shit was just weird, son. And then it's just like, yo, we just never spoke after that. So I'm just like, I know, I already know what, you know what I'm saying? Like we spoke a little bit after that, and then like it just wasn't it no more. And I'm just like, okay, like it's cool, whatever. But it is what it is. I just wanted to share that. That's just something that, you know, one of the.
I want to ask a question to the audience that's watching and everything. You know, if you got any questions, got any topics, anything you want to ask, you want to be a part of the show, you know, you can hit us on Instagram.
Hit us up on Instagram at.
You can write in the comments in YouTube.
Yeah.
Just contact us.
Yeah, hit us up on Instagram at cleartheair.pod. I'll say it again, cleartheair.pod. My Instagram is make it pop with mad underscores. Once you put in like 2 or 3 of them shits, you're gonna see my shit pop up.
My Instagram is King Supreme. You know.
Nah, that's not your gram, bro.
What you mean it's not my gram?
You know what your gram is, bro. You put it up on it. Your shit a little
King
weird.
Supreme.
Boy, your shit is weird though, son.
It's a couple of what? Semicolon? Like, what?
The periods and all types of shit.
When you put in King and you put in Supreme, I'm popping up, okay?
All right, bet.
But yeah, like anything y'all want to tell us, any questions, anything y'all just want to say, you know?
Facts.
We want to hear it.
Yeah, this was a little filler episode. Not too serious, little story time. I ain't gonna front.
But
I got mad stories.
That's what I was gonna say. This episode is story time part 1.
Yeah, this is just
we
I ain't even get into the crazy shit. That was something light, yo. What I really want to tell y'all niggas is not gonna believe this next story, son. And I try to tell y'all before on Instagram Live, but you know I'm gonna save it for this. Is that shit gonna be epic? Y'all ain't gonna believe it.
I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. When I said I've been to Vegas 5 times, each and every time has been a great time. Like,
yeah, I ain't gonna front. I got some.
I think I'm like the GOAT because I went to Vegas with $150 in my pocket for like 5 days.
Nigga made it through the whole week. Nigga.
And the action I got was epic.
Yeah,
but that's like I said. The Storytime part 1.
Yeah.
We got a couple of more episodes with Storytime.
We're gonna get into it. Don't worry. And I'm telling you.
Beautiful Courtney Marie will be back next week.
Of course.
We have the team back, the squad.
You already know. Yeah. So this is your boy P. Dolla.
Your boy King P.r.e.a.m. We signing out. Clear the Air.
Clear the Air podcast. We out of here. Love y'all.